Am I still aboard Megan's ship? It feels odd. What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. Corvo mentioned being here once.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. Stars in the sky here. There is no sky. You shouldn't be here. No one should. In thousands of years, few have seen this place. 3 were empresses.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Watchtower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Watchtower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, The city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
All right, you've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the Watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Let's see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaka, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, The cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Megan Foster. She wasn't always a shipyard.
Jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the Watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
Which ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The Dreadful Whale. No, it's not on the river.
That's Adamire in the distance.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend with the Grand Guard.
Alright then. Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing. I'm going sunblind.
I don't think it's supposed to fester like that. A little pus is all right, but this...
You up for a beer later? Damn it.
Man, you don't.
Like I ain't got enough to worry about.
I'm not gonna go
Now
somewhere.
they say there's someone proud.
I don't feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
Outside is cooking.
We're playing dice tonight.
I missed the time when I could go to sleep without wondering if I'd wake
Even the
up.
familiar parts of the city are starting to feel dodgy. That's no way to live.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Paul, and carried out by the Royal Protector, Corvo foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaka. Compliance.
A full day's work. Oh, that's all right. How would she know what a full day's work looks like?
You want my advice? Just pay the fine and be done with it. No use taking trouble.
Let's see what you've got.
So hungry. Might be time to spring for fish cake.
Damn it.
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Hello there.
Seized right up. Told him.
I thought I'm gonna trade in some wages for a bottle of whiskey. Maybe try my luck at dice.
The same nightmare again last night. I wish I could leave this city.
The first, and the imminent arrival of His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos.
Hearken, she goes, look sharp, alongside, look sharp, we're in for a run.
Sure, there's gonna let a few blood flies stop us.
Hi, man. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
It's infested, all right. Move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
Damn it, Carl.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. This year's bloodfly concern is the most severe in recent memory. If you encounter a nest...
Hey, come here.
Do not disturb it. Any attempts to practice the...
I have something that might interest you.
severely.
My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
Your face is not my affair.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Customer with coin, I bet.
I'll take that deal. You won't regret it. Glad we could do business. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. Enjoy the air here. I shouldn't deal with strangers.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you?
Fellow Draconis, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. As a response to violent crime and foreign interference in our affairs, travel between districts is restricted to those carrying the appropriate permits, including citizens. Any attempts to hinder the Grand Guard in their enforcement.
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through.
There's something perverse in this
we
place.
couldn't stop him.
Dig deep, brother. Remember that the profane seeks to hide itself.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge. Or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
You know not the mind of the deviant, for their thoughts are drowned in dark waters.
conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This
to...
area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
Each day for a week, sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the music. And there in the cellar, she found here in the city. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare.
Those cursed figures who hunt and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices are strange what cultists might accomplish.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Maybe Overseer Kendana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Will the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother? Corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now.
Countless others
but not me. Anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
Let not the wanderer into your home, friends. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered. Still no word from our sisters. Strange. Very strange indeed. I must draw strength from my brothers. For are we not as one? Back as the voice of the outsider. The outsider.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Sure.
Come on. Hey, you got him. Put it down in the hall. Good job. Take this.
I won't ask you why you needed that. So how do I get to Addermire?
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Addermire.
Better than nothing. Thanks for your help. That's it. The electricity's off.
Addermire is closed to the public.
We'll have to try again. We have to see Dr. Hypatia.
Addermire Station. This should take me out to the Institute. More Grand Guard soldiers. Best to avoid.
No thanks, ma'am. That's not what I'm saying. Why do we even need Grand Guard personnel here?
Addermeyer Institute has strategic value to the Duke's inner circle. That's all I was told. You know how it works.
Right. We just carry out your orders. I get it.
Maybe I should just work a double shift, so I don't have to listen to
The Addermeyer Institute of Infectious Disease. Alexandria Hypatia, chief alchemist. Once it was a solarium for recuperating aristocrats. Now it's a place of alchemical study. The Crown Killer's taking lives in my name and has to be stopped. It's my hope that Hypatia can explain. They say she's brilliant and altruistic. Well respected across Serkonos.
Personnel, remember, the back dock is restricted to shift changes and Watchtower operations. I miss being dry and warm.
Looks like they're doing maintenance on the carriage relay again. Should we check it out?
Nah, I'm just making sure it's still in order, I guess. Nobody comes around anymore. But you never know when the Duke's gonna send someone out here to check on things. It's odd, but he keeps an eye on Addermeyer.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. After last night, I'm sure of that. I saw something. Whatever I saw, it didn't move like a person.
Before I got transferred to Addermeyer, I saw one of the Crown Killer crime scenes. Whoever tore that old couple apart, they were enjoying it.
So what do you think, then?
I don't know. Coming back at dawn, smudges of blood on the windows. I don't know what to think. Maybe the Duke found some new bear or ape from Pandysia. Keeps me up at night just thinking about it.
Flowers for Dr. Hypatia to see them. My 7-year-old broke her leg carrying water down to the miners. And my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks. His skin is so pale. He's gray. I could bring them here.
I am very sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Dr. Hypatia doesn't accept patients anymore, and the Institute is under the Grand Guard.
Circus. Just
Apparently, you can't be trusted to do your job without creating problems.
I can't lose another child. Where is Dr. Hypatia?
Lock her up until further notice.
What? No! My children need me! Let me go!
One night at the boarding house. One night. I'm covered in chankers.
A victim of the Crown Killer, no doubt.
Says, keep alert. And I says, I am. I've been alert. And he says, yeah, this time I really am.
I told them he was too skinny. Told them he wouldn't last a day. Ah, poor kid. Why do I always have to be right?
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another, imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
Make sure she stays where we want. Hypatia never leaves out of her. Remember that.
Sir, it's just that the other night she went missing, and I still don't see how she got out.
Maybe we're not clear on this. In case anyone asks, the good doctor never leaves the grounds unless it's on official business for the Duke. Got it?
I think I understand, sir. Gotta keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss.
You can tell he's no good. Just by looking at his shoes.
Yes.
Alexandria Hypatia.
Blackouts are worse, and and my dreams have taken a turn towards the disturbing. Even rest eludes me. Duke Abel seemed overprotective at first, but increasingly, I'm a prisoner in my own lab. The soldiers stationed here leave me alone, but even then I feel like I'm being watched. What really saddens me is the loss of my work. I've always thrived on my connection to the people who need me the most. The workers and their families. Each time I hear there's been an outbreak of some fever or some new condition among the miners, it pains me that I am not with them, working to ease their suffering.
This is going to be tricky.
Alchemist, dedicated to the diseases afflicting sailors and mine workers. But her mind is troubled. Is she a prisoner? She feels trapped here. Why is she not allowed to leave Addermire?
I didn't used to lose things like this.
Are you all right?
Dr. Hypatia did this. She's a crown killer. But she's not herself. She developed a serum trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes to her mind. It's too late for me, but maybe you can still save her. She's a good person.
What can I do?
In my safe, in disease treatment, you'll figure out how to make the counter serum help her. The safe code is 121.
I've always wondered what your flesh tastes like, my dear assistant.
She's gone. What happened?
me have it. Damn it.
Is Hamilton in there? How is he?
He's losing it. Yelling nonsense for hours.
Could you understand any of it?
Something about being attacked by a monster one night. Some beast that wanted to scoop the brains out of his skull.
I see. Keep this to yourself, will you? No need to spread silly rumors.
Let's see what's in here. This works.
Let me have it. Kiss the outsider's balls for luck.
Oh, the look on his face. Well, who was he expecting? The Empress? What a fool. Wait till he puts on those boots. Sees the surprise I left for him. Idiot. For a bottle of pear soda. An entire shipment.
It's ready.
Who's she to say I didn't deserve a promotion? She wouldn't know promotion if it hit her in the head. In fact, maybe that's just what she needs. Smells like pear.
Smell here. Bergamot, northern spices, wood smoke, Dunwall. No, not back to sleep. I won't go. I won't give it back.
Dr. Hypatia?
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's not right with me. Maybe I contracted something working with infectious samples.
No. Someone was poisoning you. But you should be better now. I found some alchemical notes and made a counter serum.
Poisoning me?
Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of it. If you need a place to lay low for a few days, come find us. I'm staying with an ally on a boat called the Dreadful Whale. Reminds me of natural philosophy lessons from Anton and Piero.
own. Who knows what wonders of natural philosophy Jindosh will reveal in future days. But it's time for you to come out once again. Time to play. We have need for your special talents. The good doctor's due for a trip to Dunwall because Ichabod Boyle is next on the list. Make haste, and make this one messy. Give the newspapers something to write about and give the people of the Empire fodder for their nightmares.
Outsiders' balls for luck. Oh well. Damn it. That's what I wanted.
As bad as things have gotten, it'd all be worse with Why did she want that apartment? Dust everywhere.
Once that watchtower is down, Megan can pick me up.
Grand Guard personnel. Anyone caught taking medicinal supplies will be written up and fined.
What am I? Like a stocking without a leg, that's what. Nothing. Worse than nothing.
Dancing hagfish on the bar. Martha, won't you now?
Isn't it laundry day yet? Gotta be soon. I can't stand my own stench.
I care. I've got enough to worry about without their constant complaining.
One night in the boarding house. One night. I'm covered in shankers.
I'll lay low until you're finished.
Can we leave this place yet? I don't like it. Ready now?
Yes. Let's get back to the ship.
Did you find Sokolov?
No. But Hypatia was the crown killer.
What? I don't believe you.
The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that.
What about Sokolov?
He gave him to a man named Kieran Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Serkonos.
Then he's next. Let's hope Anton's all right.